Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Helena. I strive to be worthy of it. Okay, Michael, you need to allow me to share my screen. I'm getting a message, host disabled participant screen sharing.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it.
All right, very good. Well, good morning, everyone. I want to begin with a song because I'm a composer and I write music that has everything to do with my talk. Imagine that. This song is called Every Vibration. It's a big song. In terms of its content, I hope you can read the words. Creation shows thy wondrous plan in perfect harmony. Vibration sings thy beauty's song in every frequency. Harmonic tones reveal thy energetic majesty. Thy sacred form displayed throughout all cosmic mystery. Mystery. Creation shows thy wondrous plan in perfect harmony. Vibration sings thy beauty's song in every frequency. Harmonic tones reveal thy energetic majesty. Thy sacred form displayed throughout all cosmic mystery. Every equation, every proportion, every invariant, every gradation, every direction, every position, every dimension, every locality. Every expansion, every contraction, every displacement, every compression, every attraction, every repulsion, every induction, every polarity. Creation shows thy wondrous plan in perfect harmony. Vibration sings thy beauty's song in every frequency. Harmonic tones reveal thy energetic majesty. Thy sacred form displayed throughout all cosmic mystery. Every reaction, every collision, every dilution, every division, every alignment, every connection, every harmonic, every relationship. Every every potential, every kinetic, every entropic, every dynamic, every vibration, every rotation, every inertia, every velocity. Sacred geometer, plotter of destiny, thou hast created all cosmic dimension. Sacred geometer, thou hast created opposing polarity, orbital motion. Master conspirator, author of history, thou hast created magnetic attraction. Sacred geometer, thou hast created all waveforms and particles. Alleluia. Glory to the cosmic Father. Glory to the Heavenly Mother. Glory to vibration's frequency. All glory to the harmony of love. Glory to the Cosmic Father. Glory to the Heavenly Mother. Glory to vibration's frequency. All glory to the harmony of love. The harmony of love. The harmony of love. The harmony of love. Well, there we go, off to a rousing start. That's a great way to begin the morning. I love thinking about vibration. I'll be quite clear about that. So I am the artistic director of the Institute of Harmonic Science. We're a 501c3 celebrating our 26th year here in Phoenix. Our timely and relevant vision is our world singing together in harmony. Our mission is to use the science of harmony and vibration to uplift the heart of humanity through singing together in community. Please notice that the word harmony is both capitalized and not. Lowercase harmony refers to the many variations and meanings of harmony between frequencies, musical notes, and people or communities. Harmony with a capital H references the vibrational nature of God as made manifest both in form and formlessness. Oops. There we go. I compose music and lead a community choir that meets every Monday evening in Phoenix. We are a healing choir that is uniquely aligned with the principles I will be sharing today. Higher Vibrations choir members amplify their appreciation for the power of their own voices, knowing that they are participating in a cosmic symphony. Our voices connect in harmony with the universe because the stars sing, we sing. My presentation, The Heavens Declare the Glory, is a brief adventure into a vibratory way of thinking. These days, vibration is a popular word. Unfortunately, that popularity has led to a casualness of definition about a subject which is both profound and sacred. Perhaps I need to start speaking about vibration with a capital V. The cosmic symphony is a dynamic dialogue of harmony between all frequencies of the cosmic entirety. I use the word entirety to mean all discovered and undiscovered aspects of the whole, the everything, the all of it, the known and the unknown. Every glorious thing that exists is contextualized by beauty made manifest. Galaxies, stars, planets, people, and particles are all governed by the laws of musical harmony. Our very existence as vibrational artifacts in the field of ever-perfecting energy is a testimony to the marvelous and majestic wonder of sympathetic vibratory resonance. I will share more about this. We sing because the stars sing in glory. And yes, 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 we will be singing together with the stars today. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Job says the morning stars sang together. Psalm 147 says he determines the number of the stars and calls them each by name. And Bach said, I want to demonstrate to the world the architecture of a new and beautiful social commonwealth. The secret of my harmony I alone know it. The science of my art, the harmony of the stars in the heavens. Stars are the subject of science, scriptures, music, poetry, and philosophy. I was delighted to find references to the Pleiades, the Bear, and Orion in the Old Testament. Stars figure prominently in my music, my presentations, and my theology. I will be touching on these topics this morning: harmony, vibration, music, frequencies, ratios, stars, black holes, and sympathetic vibratory resonance. I encourage you to discover how these topics relate to one another. It is quite possible that some terms may seem interchangeable at times. Most likely they are. It is said that music is the universal language. Music is also the language of the universe. In this setting today, the words music and harmony are quite interchangeable. Harmony is the universal language. Harmony is the language of the universe. Music is present in all discovered and undiscovered dimensions. This is one of my seven musical truths. Here I am referring to the idea that all frequency domains are organized according to the laws of musical harmony. In a vibrational entirety, everything is fundamentally a function of musical harmony in pristine ratios. The cosmic symphony is a dynamic dialogue of harmony between all the frequencies of the entirety. As a former orchestral musician, I have a particular affinity to the sound of various instruments playing in their own range and their own frequencies. I listen to musicians striving to be perfectly in tune and in time. The entirety features countless and ubiquitous symphonies of frequencies conducted and sung by the master musician. The entirety's vibrational fields of harmony create, regulate, and organize all aspects of form and formlessness. Lord Byron said, "There's music in the sighing of a reed. There's music in the gushing of a rill," which is a bubbling brook. "There's music in all things. If men had ears, the earth is but the music of the spheres." Every action of our lives touches on some chord that will vibrate in eternity. Music offers the chords that bind us together. In this case, chords could also be spelled C-O-R-D-S to remind us that our vocal cords also bind us together. Music lives and breathes to tell us who we are and what we face. It is a path between ourselves and the infinite. Galaxies, stars, planets, people, and particles are all governed by the laws of musical harmony. Well, I included a page from one of Bach's violin sonatas. Here was a master of harmony, and we're talking about the master of the great harmony. And this is really good news. I'm convinced that understanding the true nature of harmony can be a valuable tool for greater freedom of expression, a heightened state of awareness, and increased appreciation of beauty. I'm suggesting that learning more about the nature of God's musical harmony will open the door to many discoveries and revelations on our adventure. Evidence of our vibrational existence is part and parcel of quantum physics as well as ancient philosophy. Physics assures us that all matter is a vibrational proposition. Thus, musical harmony may be considered as nature's Rosetta Stone. I will touch on these ideas while avoiding the temptation to dive deep. Many of you are aware of some principles of vibration in either a tangential or direct way. As for the Rosetta Stone, they thought it would take 2 weeks to decipher. It ended up taking 20 years. Humanity has been working with the concepts, principles, and uses of harmony for many thousands of years. Yet we are making new discoveries on a seemingly daily basis in the scientific community. Be assured, the future is in harmony. Our very existence as vibrational artifacts in a field of ever-perfecting energy is a testimony to the marvelous and majestic wonder of sympathetic vibratory resonance. The entirety is a vibrational proposition. Harmony is a symbiotic structuring protocol that creates, regulates, and organizes all aspects of the form and formlessness through these vibrational fields. As for vibrational artifacts, I mean it is not that matter vibrates, rather matter is a vibrational precipitation resulting from finely tuned, formulated frequencies. Thus, vibration is more than a component of the entirety, it is part and parcel of the whole. It is important to note that the entirety's field is ever perfecting. This is a hallmark of sympathetic vibratory resonance. Harmony restores, disharmony destroys. When speaking about the Schumann resonance, geophysicist and researcher Stefan Burns touched on the implications of these electromagnetic frequencies on the human being. He reminded us, we are beings of resonance. What exactly does resonance mean? In science, resonance is a phenomenon that occurs when an external force or vibrating system causes another system to vibrate with greater amplitude at a specific frequency. This happens when the frequency of the external force matches the natural frequency of the system, also known as the resonant frequency. Okay, a lot of words there, huh? I think most of you have seen a video of a common experiment with 2 tuning forks that are tuned to the same frequency. When you strike the first fork, the second one will begin to vibrate in sympathy with the first ones. Scientists have discovered many ways to manipulate and utilize resonance. I would suggest that when we meditate as a group, we are utilizing and manipulating resonance. The entirety uses the laws of resonance regularly. Stefan Burns advocates that our body, mind, spirit is subject to the resonance of our planet, as well as electromagnetic disturbances caused by solar flares. We know as well that we can be greatly influenced by industrial and technological frequencies as well. Think for a moment. You are an electromagnetically induced resonant life form. I'm going to say that one more time. You are an electromagnetically induced resonant life form. Well, how exhilarating is that? In our Western tradition, Pythagoras played a very important role. The Greek mathematician and philosopher studied the relationship between numbers and harmony. He first connected the idea of musical intervals to whole number mathematical ratios. He pointed to the heavens, positing that the planets emit sounds based on their orbital speeds and distances, creating a celestial symphony. Well, as it turns out, the celestial symphony is far more complex and beautiful even than that lovely idea. Ratios. The whole number ratios taught by Pythagoras reveal the harmonic overtone series. These slides all relate to this important topic. The chart on the left compares the ratio of musical intervals. Hear what these ratios sound like. So let me use my cursor here. I don't know if you can see this, but we're looking at the first one, which is a ratio of 1 to 1. And that's this note to this note. We would call that a unison, but it's a ratio of 1 to 1. Then there's C to D flat. That's a ratio of 15 to 16. A major second. A ratio of 8 to 9. Minor third. Ratio of 5 to 6. Major third. Ratio of 4 to 5. Perfect fourth, ratio of 3 to 4. Oh, that nasty one. That's the tritone, called the devil in music. It divides the octave in half. And it's a ratio of 32 to 45. The perfect fifth, Lao Tzu said the interval of the perfect fifth is the sound of the harmony of the universe. It is the interval that creates the most sympathetic resonance with itself. Minor sixth, ratio of 5 to 8. Major sixth, ratio of 3 to 5. Minor seventh, ratio of 5 to 9. And then we get into this major seventh, and there's the problem. This seventh harmonic here, it's not actually the note that I'm playing. It's between this note and this note. And because it was out of tune, the church decided that the harmonics was a dead end. And so that was when discussion and research on harmonics ended, when it was discovered that the seventh harmonic was this out of tune note. The middle chart is an informative drawing that shows the correlated ratios when created when you divide a string into functional lengths. Okay, so Pythagoras had something called a monochord. It was a long single-stringed instrument, and when he divided the string in half, meaning he took the full length of the string and placed a bridge in the middle and plucked either side, he started to discover these natural ratios. These are places where the string loves to vibrate. So the first ratio is 1 to 1. And this is, by the way, our harmonic overtone series as well. The next ratio is 2 to 1. This is vibrating twice the speed as this. Every time we go up an octave, we double the number of vibrations. And then we get the 1 to 3 ratio. And that gives us the interval of the perfect fifth. And then we go back to the octave. There's the fourth harmonic, and then the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh. There's that little out of tune one in there. The harmonic overtone series is the foundation of Western music. It is the foundation of our universe. Finally, the chart on the right shows a mathematical plot of the harmonic series drawn by the assistance of a compass. Compare the rendering to the X-ray of a conch shell. And we find these sort of geometries everywhere in nature. All right, I'm going to dive into this because it's important to have a little bit of an understanding about why frequencies mean what they mean. First of all, vibration is the same as frequency, is the same as oscillation. These terms can be used interchangeably. We often quantify these three symbols with the word hertz. The symbol is capital HZ. This is an international system that derives the unit of frequency defined as 1 cycle per second. So 1 hertz means there is 1 vibration happening every second. Hertz is determined by measuring the number of times an event, such as a wave, a vibration, or an oscillation, occurs within that 1 second. This chart plots the frequencies of all the notes, musical notes found on a typical grand piano when it's tuned to A440. And you notice the red circle around the 440. This is the de facto standard tuning for modern Western instruments. Now, so let's just take a look at that. Over to the left-hand side, you'll see it says A, and it's showing it in octave 4. If I go to octave 3, A is now 220 vibrations instead of 440. If I go to octave 2, it's 110 vibrations, and then 55 vibrations, and then 27 and a half vibrations. This is probably a good time to address the idea of the magic of 432 as touted by many social media campaigns. I will jump to the conclusion that it's a tempest in a teapot. According to various sources, 415 was the pitch standard used for Baroque instruments during its era, and that's roughly a half step lower than the modern concert pitch of 440. There are reasons why it changed. It is interesting to note that Jimi Hendrix and U2 both tuned to the Baroque pitch of 415. However, the idea that Rockefeller was involved in a Nazi plot to destroy the healing power of music by raising the pitch to 440, well, it's highly questionable. Here we go. Does raising your vibration means it hurts more? We may think of the field of our vibrational universe as a cosmic symphony, a song of creation. Either of these descriptors imply a singing forth in harmony. I love both of these terms, and I use them liberally in my music. Einstein's theory of space-time tells us that the real universe is not silent, but is actually alive with vibrating energy. Space and time carry a cacophony of vibrations with textures and timbres as rich and varied as the din of sounds in a tropical rainforest or the finale of a Wagner opera. It's just that we haven't heard these sounds yet. The universe is a musical that we've been watching all this time as a silent movie. This terrific quote from an American scientist points to the opportunity to see so much more. We have so many new ways to measure and analyze the frequencies of cosmos. I've chosen a few examples of tantalizing details about our musical universe. NASA describes stars as ringing bells. Our own sun contains over 10 million distinct frequencies, as well as its own unique heart note. Alpha Centauri b, the only other star to have been measured, has a different heart note. However, these frequencies remain classified. Imagine every star we see in the heavens is a bell, a ringing and singing bell that showers us with light. So why are the actual frequencies of the star's heart note? And the heart note is the one predominant frequency of the individual sun. Why are the actual frequencies of the star's heart note classified? I suspect a lot of frequency data is hidden because scientists are not sure exactly what it means, or because they are certain of what it implies. This color picture is a computer representation of one of nearly 10 million modes of sound wave oscillations of the sun. It shows receding regions in red tones and approaching regions in blue tones. So let your eyes orient and see that the red tones are receding, and the blue tones are approaching. Helioseismology measures the frequencies of many such modes, so solar astronomers can infer much about the internal structure and dynamics of the sun. Now note that this graphic is representing one of the 10 million modes of receding and approaching tones. The next time you look up at the stars, remind yourself that you were witnessing ringing bells. Consider as well that every solar eruption is a result of locally optimized frequency alignments. A supermassive black hole in the Perseus galaxy cluster is producing one of the deepest notes in the universe. Notice it's one of the deepest, measured at roughly 57 octaves below middle C. So here's C, There's middle C. Here's one octave down. There's another octave down. There's another. We've now gone 3 octaves. We're going to go 57 octaves down. Detected by NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory, these pressure waves act as sound, generating a B-flat note that resonates every 10 million years. Well, it's far below human hearing, that's for sure. And it's not the lowest note found in cosmos. But you guessed it, that note data is classified. Well, this is really the meat of what I want to talk about today. This is the most important message. Harmony is our heritage. We are a product of harmony. We exist because of harmony. And it is also our destiny. In the truest sense, humanity is being called to a state of resonance. Before I read this epilogue from Cosmic Fire, I want to point out the word paean is defined as a song or a hymn fervently expressing joy, triumph, or praise. The morning stars sang in their courses. The great paean of creation echoeth yet and arouseth the vibration. There comes cessation of the song when perfection is achieved. When all are blended into one full chord, the work is done. Dissonance in space soundeth yet. Discord ariseth in many systems. When all is resolved into harmony, when all is blended into symphony, the grand chorale will reverberate to the uttermost bounds of the known universe. Then will occur that which is beyond the comprehension of the highest Chohan, the marriage song of the heavenly man. Indeed, what a song this will be. All the shimmering, shining, sparkling bells of the heavens are already ringing together in anticipation of this coming splendor. We are a harmonically unique vibrational signature of the divine, a chord in the cosmic symphony. Say this with me. We are a harmonically unique vibrational signature of the divine, a chord in the cosmic symphony. I encourage you to appreciate the harmonic uniqueness of your vibrational signature. We are each a chord in the great cosmic symphony. Be in tune and be in time with others. All right, well, I'm going to do some skipping here because I want to make sure we have a few minutes to sing. Just to say that love, locally optimized vibrational entanglement, consider this as perhaps a way to expand your view of love. That love is something that is happening vibrationally by definition. Well, here's the part where we get to sing. I'm very happy about this. I call this the exciting moment when we apply vibrational way of thinking to our own voices. So it's going to be a virtual group performance. I invite you to sing along with me as best you can on a few songs that you may be hearing for the first time. Participation is more important than perfection. The goal is to use our voices to blend our chord, to blend our chord together. The melody and the lyrics are simple. You'll easily find your way to either match the melody or create a harmony of your own. It will be a duet between me and you in the privacy of your own home. So sing out and be assured participation is more important than perfection. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Oh, love is beautiful, beautiful. Sing with me. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Oh, love is beautiful, beautiful. One last time. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Yes, 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 there is beauty everywhere. Oh, love is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, let's see. Go in the wrong direction here. And we'll close with Love is Beautiful. This is one of the favorite songs of my choir. And we sang this song 10 different performances at the Beatitudes campus in Phoenix, a senior community. And this was a favorite song there as well. The words are very simple. The tune is very simple. But the essence of singing together, of vibrating our voices together with the knowing that our God is love, that's the beauty of this song. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Our God is love. Our God is love. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Our God is love. Our God Our God is love. Sing out. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Our God is love. Our God is love. Alleluia. 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 Our God is love. Our God is love. Thank you.